Well, hello there. It's Beards and Bangers, and it's been a few weeks since you last saw me. I seem to have a permanent cold at the moment, but today we're going to do a little job to Penny involving her air vents. Exciting. Welcome to Beards and Bangers. So a little recap on what we've done to Penny so far. So obviously I got the car back in the summer this year, 2023, and drove it around a bit, found it a bit sluggish, so we did a remap to the engine. So EGR delete, modification to the cat. I think that's probably the best way of putting it. Got a free flowing back box as well. SDI injectors, so they're the larger injectors from the Rover 200 and 400 R8s. And just doing that alone made a massive difference to the power output. But then we put a Chaz Lee ECU in, so it's probably chucking out. It's not been a rolling road yet, but I would guess sort of 150, 160 brake horse. So we'll get it on a rolling road next year and see what she actually is putting out. But yeah, you've seen me do the wings. There's going to be we're going to do the wings very soon as well, so they'll be put on the car. What else then yeah, the next stage, so video you'll see in the future, hopefully in the new year, will be the suspension and braking upgrades. So we're going to lower the car. I was in two minds whether to do that, but that's something that's going to be coming up. So if you want to see what happens with this car, then please hit that subscribe button and don't forget to like, comment and share while you're there as well. It's greatly appreciated. So yeah, so suspension, lowering, ZR160 brakes, and then we've got addendum alloys to go on as well, and I'm going to put those on with spacers just so the wheels are slightly further out and really fill the arch nicely. And I think so long as the springs are okay, that's going to improve this car, because what Penny does at the moment is under hard acceleration she squats, and that means you lose a little bit of traction from the front wheels, which isn't the best thing when you've got a very high torque car, which Penny now is. So yeah, then we'll do various other improvements, get the paint sorted out on the roof. We're going to hopefully put a ZR160 spoiler on at some point. I know Simon from Smashing Pistons, shout out to him, he's currently building painting, sorry, a ZR160 spoiler for me, so that'll be going on the car. Look out for an episode on that as well. So yeah, lots to do on Penny. And of course 2024 is going to be the year of the Streetwise. It's a little group we set up quite lightheartedly, really, let's be honest about it, but it's actually taken off. People are very enthusiastic. I'm steaming up in here, but you know, these things happen. And we're working in partnership with the Rover 120 MG100, which is part of the MG Car Club. So we're going to have a few events next year, so if you've got a Streetwise, then really hope to see you there, but more on that in a video in the new year. So what we're going to do today is actually replace the standard air vent. So we've got one here, excuse the bezels come off that one. So this is the standard air vent. Now, those of you who know the MG Rover products, especially with this facelift dashboard, these vents really are very flimsy. Now, I have got a set of OEM air vents for Penny, but I just thought, nah, they're quite flimsy. You can't really, if you mount a phone, I've did it with my ZR. I mounted a phone on one of these parts of the air vent, and it just snaps it. It's this too, you know, just a excuse me, a mobile phone's too much, and it just snaps these bits off. So there is a mod you can do, and if you get Audi TT Mk air vents, which are these ones, the plastic is, you can feel it's noticeable. I don't know how well you can see. Let's just get the camera on. So there's your Audi TT vent. You've got a really solid plastic vent part in there, and you compare that to the Rover product, you can really wiggle that around and it's completely loose. So these are a lot more robust. I'm gonna trial fit one before I film it, because I've never done this before. If you even look at the mechanism, it's completely different. So that's the Rover mechanism. You've got like a little thin plastic bit there, but the Audi TT, you've got this chunky cog mechanism, so they're a lot more robust. I'm actually not going to fit this, you can't see, I'll pull you off the wall. Yeah, so this particular air vent, I'm actually going to put a boost gauge in at some point. So young Austin's got a a broken Audi TT air vent, and in that we can mount the boost gauge. Obviously we're putting out a bit of power. We're going to turn the boost up as well, because we're currently running at the standard, which I think is about 14.5 psi, and with the map it's got, it should be running at sort of 20 to 22 psi. So that's why Penny's got a bit of a smoking problem. So yeah, keen to put a boost gauge in so we can see what's going on there. So I've already prized this one out. What I'm going to do is get this one out. So apologies for the slightly jaunty angle, but I want you to be able to see this. So I've got some various trim removal tools here. So I've got this one with a kind of screwdriver handle. We've got this slightly chunkier one here. Got this one and this one. So what we need to do is get in there and prise this out. Now what happens is this bit is just clipped in. So this will come forward fairly easily. And we don't want it to do that, because we want that to stay in there and this bit to come out. So if we just get our trim removal tool in there and just start to prise it, and you need to keep it open, keep it kind of out with your finger and just work around. I will put the hazard warning lights on inadvertently, and that just pops out like that, so we can see how it comes out. So the mechanism is at the bottom, so what we'll make sure is that when we put the Audi TT one in, we also have the mechanism at the bottom. And you've got this foam here, which the Audi TT ones have as well. So I'm going to just put this one in first. I'm not going to push it in too hard, just going to see how it fits. And what we can do to get this to fit better is actually wrap electrical tape round it, just to make it more snug. So that we need to do that round here. So let's just offer this one up. So mechanism at the bottom, and we just pop that air vent in like this. They do go in pretty easily. You see that's fairly loose like that. That's fairly loose, and it's actually spinning around. But I'm not worried about this particular one, because now it doesn't want to come out, because this is going to become the boost gauge. So we will just put that one in fairly loosely, like so, and that already looks amazing. And we have to just do this for now. So what we need to do is get this to fit snugger. So what I'm thinking, got our whole box of Audi TT air vents here. They're not expensive. I think I paid about 20 quid on eBay. So yeah, if you are going to do this, they're attractive. I've seen this mod on Austin's car. That's popped out. We'll fettle that back into place in a moment. Oh yeah. We need to get this out anyway at some point, because I'm going to put the when I did the headlining, you may remember I put the microphone in for this head unit, and it'd be handy because it means I've got hands-free. I'm quite happy with this radio. It doesn't need changing. Okay, so we've got, yeah, we lost a bit of our foam on this one. So what we'll do is we'll just put a bit of electrical tape around that foam loosely, just to hold that in place. Oh, stay there. That's the trouble with things like foam. It's saying what reason that headlinings disintegrate is because it kind of degrades as it dries out and goes yucky over time. Where's my scissors? So let's get a short piece of electrical tape. I'm using yellow so it's visible. Just pop that like that. So yeah, I've just put a bit of electrical tape on there. You probably didn't see me doing that, but never mind. So mechanism at the bottom. So we can see if we put that in, it's just spinning the whole thing. So we need to make it a bit more snug. So I reckon if we put a bit of electrical tape round there, but obviously we've got to miss the mechanism, because if we put tape over that, it's going to be gummed up. This should hold in a bit better. So we'll just wrap it round like this, just taking care to avoid the mechanism. There we are. That's spot on. Oh, what have we done here? Got in a bit of a pickle. These things happen on beards and bangers. Just pop you back round like that, and we can just wrap this round here a couple of times. Yeah, the glue's a bit has flowed on this tape a little bit, so it's this side of the tape sticky as well, which isn't terribly helpful. I think we've gone about 4 times there, so we'll just trim that off and we'll see how that fits. Oh, look, blimey, got tape going everywhere. Sunday mornings. Okay. So we've got a bit of tape around there, so hopefully that'll just hold it in place a little bit better. A moment of truth. Go on, in you go, you bugger. So remember, mechanism down, and you've got this slightly different bit there that shows you where I think we may have gone a bit too much with the electrical tape, but we can easily peel some off, it's not a problem. No, too much. Okay, that's good. So we don't need to use as much tape. Now, where's the end of that tape gone? So we'll peel this back. Oh, Lord, where are you? There you are. So we'll go one. And we'll take it off to there. We shall leave that electrical tape where it is because it'll keep it out of harm's way for a second. We can reuse that. We don't want to waste materials if we don't have to. A little bit of foam just needs. Might re-glue those actually in a minute because they're not holding on terribly well. That's gone in. There we are. Now, slightly off centre. We'll just turn that around a bit. Now that has fitted. Yeah, that's working. That's fitted pretty nice. That doesn't look that look better. I don't know how well you can see it. So I'll get these other ones done. And then we shall wrap this video up. A little quick video for you today. So just a reminder of what we've done before we put the final one in over there. So 2 wraps with electrical tape there. Just put a bit on there just to strengthen that foam as well. Mechanism down. So when that little bit up there is at the top, it's closed, and when that's like that, it's open. That's how I fitted it. Whether that's the right way or not, I don't know, but it'll do. So just pop that last. I don't know how you can actually see that. Yeah, you can. So just line it up. I'm sitting in the wrong place. Being lazy, couldn't be bothered to change sides of the car. So get it lined up. Just twist the whole assembly so those are level, and then in it goes. Here we are. That's it. And these are a lot more robust. Whether people like them or not is up to them. Apologies, I've got the engine running because Penny went a bit flat, her battery went a bit flat. So there we are, there's the vents in. So is this an acceptable mod? Obviously these aren't MG Rover parts, so they're not genuine. I think it's acceptable. I think they look good, they're a bit more robust. They're not a million miles away from the original. If we look at, hold up an original air vent, they're not terribly dissimilar. But yeah, these are just a lot more robust. You've got flimsy plastic in there, you've got much stiffer plastic there. Obviously they're not structural grade plastic, but it's yeah, it looks nice as well. Yeah, and obviously this one, I say we've loosely fitted that because that's where the boost gauge is going to go, so that one will come out. There'll be a spare one of those in case one does break. So there we are, a video from me. Sorry it's been a couple of weeks, folks. I've just not been feeling too special. Yeah, had COVID in September. I've just been permanently ill since then, it feels. But we'll try and get some content out to you over Christmas. Got a few reviews I want to do. Got work to Husley, got work to this car to bring you quite a lot more on this car now. Other fleet news, Miranda's still not sold, probably the wrong time of year. So hopefully once we get towards the end of January and people get another pay packet in after Christmas, we'll get a bit of movement on Miranda. But I'm going to be driving her over the Christmas period because Husley's in for some work. Just a couple of little jobs that I want doing that I'll bring you an update on at some point. I was hoping to get the bonnet struts done on him, but not had a chance to do that, so we'll get those done at some point. Bonnet struts, they do tend to go on these 75s and ZTs. Bram is having work done, so I'll bring you an update on that fairly soon as well. What else have we got? ZTT, I'll bring you a video on the ZTT, first proper video on that car. Having some real fun with it at the moment, but I'll save that for a video because I don't want to spoil the massive, it's not really a surprise, but the fun we've been having with the ZTT. Oh god, what have I got left? And then the 260, It's got to do a bit more. Austin's got to bleed the clutch a bit more. Then we've got to get the exhaust sorted out. Then that car is back on the road and will be sold. But I'll bring you a video on that as well. So there's quite a lot. I've got quite a lot to do. It's been busy with work, my day job. So that's got to come first. Excuse me. So yeah, hopefully a couple of weeks where it's a bit quieter, I'll be able to get a little bit more done on the car scene. Not quite so much to do at the weekends, non-YouTube and car related. So hopefully I'll have time to bring you some good stuff. So thank you for watching, thank you for your support, and I'll see you again very soon on the next episode of Beards and Bangers. Goodbye.